If you're not familiar with the name Laura Mansfield, you should be. She's the fictional personality behind the release of Al-Qaeda propaganda to the media. Let's let her give us a brief introduction to herself.
If there is a stereotype of your average terror analyst, she doesn't fit it.
I'm just, this mom sitting here in her dining room, moving, typing away on my computer.
Laura Mansfield is a South Carolina mother of 3 and a thorn in Al-Qaeda's side. From home, Mansfield monitors the Arabic language message boards and chat rooms jihadists like to use, and occasionally comes up with a gem, like the most recent Osama bin Laden video, before Al-Qaeda was ready to distribute it.
Okay, that moment when I realized, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here, I'm a fat 50-year-old mom, and I've managed to scoop Al-Qaeda.
Mansfield's been on the terror watch for several years. A web designer by trade, fluent in Arabic after living in the Middle East, she's written several books and has a website, all in her spare time while serving a more important role.
I've kind of gotten a handle on the jihadist schedule. Unfortunately, normally they're kind of quiet between 3 o'clock and 10 o'clock, which really works well because that's when I need to do my family time.
But Al-Qaeda sometimes still interferes.
Mom, we were supposed to go shopping today, and I'm like, well, honey, there's a jihadist tape. I've got to translate the Sawari tape.
Mansfield sends those translations to paying subscribers and also tips off the government when she finds new videos. None of that makes Mansfield very popular with the jihadist community, so she takes precautions to keep her family safe against all the death threats, including not using her real name. Laura Mansfield is just a pseudonym. Sagar Meghani, The Associated Press, Washington.
So according to Laura, she's just a fat soccer mom trolling jihad websites on her spare time, coming up with quote-unquote gems. Laura has come up with so many gems that her name is synonymous with Al-Sahab, Adam Gadon, Iraq, Bin Laden, and Al-Zawahiri. Laura even admits that she's released Bin Laden videos threatening America with violence before Al-Qaeda could. As if that's even possible. Before. She knows Al-Qaeda's schedule online. She posts the videos on her own website before giving them to the authorities. Laura is a digital graphics expert, like the graphics we see in the Al-Qaeda videos. The fat soccer mom from South Carolina, fluent in Arabic. LauraMansfield.com. She not only searches for cavemen, she reunites lost pets. Laura has been the first person to appear publicly with an Al-Qaeda video in her hand multiple times since 2002. Here we see the pseudonym Laura Mansfield as the Associate Director of the Northeast Intelligence Network and founder of Strategic Arabic Translations. She's calling for donations for terrorists in 2005. Laura Mansfield, the, quote, jihad expert extraordinaire, regularly translates, authenticates, and distributes all the videos, audios, and other communiques coming out of the Islamic groups, whether to US MSM or via Al Jazeera. Her website is much sought after by the security interest community. Laura says she comes up with her gems by trolling websites like Azam.com to come up with her Azam the American Adam Gadam videos. Laura posts Adam Gadon Zawahiri video with computer animation of suicide attack, threatening U.S. embassies on her own website. The video cannot be confirmed as legit, but it does have Laura's Al-Sahab logo. Laura predicts the age of the lone wolf terrorist, June 2011, before the lone wolf. Laura is by far the world's most prolific producer of jihadist propaganda. Her favorite is Adam Gadon. If you're not familiar with Adam, he's the Jewish American spokesman for Al-Qaeda from Orange County, California. Azam the American. Laura writes for World News Daily and Front Page Mag. filling the media with terror. She's a director at the Northeast Intelligence Network. The Northeast Intelligence Network was set up in response to the September 11th attacks. Their logo, the blue wings, represent the planes that crashed on 9/11. The director of Northeast Intelligence Network caught plagiarizing other people's material. And then also we see that they claim to be or provide unvarnished truth about the terrorist threat amongst us here in America. Here we see the director on Alex Jones spewing propaganda. Hey Alex, maybe you can get Laura on her show and ask her about her videos. Laura wrote the 2006, 2007, 2008 Al-Qaeda yearbook. She also wrote, in her own words, the translations of Al-Zawahiri. Laura knows all about Al-Qaeda commanders in Iraq, even though U.S. officials said that he didn't exist or that an actor was used to read his message. Speaking of actors, if we Google search Laura and Adam Gadon, we find that they come up synonymous with each other, story after story. He could not exist without her. She could not exist without him. Two peas in a pod. When we image search Laura, we don't find any pictures of Laura. We find pictures of Laura's fictional characters, her work. These are her people. Laura is really just a fat caveman from the Himalayas threatening America, not a South Carolina mom. Laura Mansfield scoops Al-Qaeda. Turns out the fat mom from South Carolina has a long history of working for the United States Embassy, USAID, and other international corporations. The Sunday Mirror actually retracted one of Laura's stories on the 7/7 bombings after she was exposed as a fake. A Laura Mansfield gem. Americans should convert to Islam. Laura says an attack is imminent. News sources always give the disclaimer, cannot independently verify the video when it comes to Laura's material. Time jihad website troll, mom from South Carolina, has some interesting work as an analyst on CNN. We see she's called in as a terrorism expert without mention of the fake name or part-time story, giving us expert details concerning the validity of the unverifiable, suspiciously timed fake videos. She's not called in ever, except when a fake video is released, even ones not attributed to the fake name. She is the world's greatest expert on what Adam Gadon says. Could not independently verify the authenticity of the video posted on jihadi websites, purportedly by Al-Qaeda's video production arm, Al-Sahab. And then we see down here at the bottom, video excerpts were first released by the Arab news network Al Jazeera on September 8th. Availability of the entire video was delayed by technical problems, according to Laura Mansfield. This next story really made my blood boil. 3 soldiers were kidnapped and murdered in Iraq, one of them found floating down the river. The Islamic State of Iraq Monday released video showing of what appears to be the military ID cards of the 2 missing soldiers. CNN cannot independently verify the video, which was intercepted by terrorism expert Laura Mansfield. Again, Laura is at the center, first person to publicly appear with evidence to a murder. Again, Laura Mansfield scoops Al-Qaeda and the whole world. Another Al-Zawahiri video is being posted on the web by Laura Mansfield. A new videotape from Al-Qaeda's number 2 is being posted on the web, says terrorism expert Laura Mansfield. Mansfield was in the process of uploading the video to her own website. The video, produced by Al-Sahab production company, that's taking credit for other Al-Qaeda tapes, introduces an interview with Al-Zawahiri. Laura either has connections to or is Al-Sahab, the Al-Qaeda production company. Again, we got Laura popping up with another kidnapping in Iraq video. This time she's telling us about her quote-unquote heightened affection for Mujahideen. Notice down at the bottom, CNN cannot authenticate the source of the video, but we do know that Laura sources these videos all the time. In a separate incident, A videotape of Al-Qaeda appeared in Laura Mansfield's hands. The video posted online by Laura Mansfield shows a man handing over his gun to the Islamic State of Iraq. Another message discovered by Mansfield, who coincidentally is also a professional translator, titled "Come to Jihad," came with English subtitles. Terrorism analyst Laura Mansfield said, "The simultaneous release of transcripts in English, Pashto, and Arabic indicate the terror group is looking at a wider audience, including the English-speaking world." A new video purportedly featuring an introduction from Osama bin Laden was released Tuesday, the 6th anniversary of September 11th attacks. Although CNN could not verify or confirm the authenticity of the video, it did feature the logo of Al-Sahab media. The 47-minute videotape was obtained by terrorism expert Laura Mansfield before it was to appear on several Islamist websites. Laura had it before the Islamist websites had it. Here Laura gets an invitation to the mosque. It happened again. Laura, Iraq and Al-Qaeda. Laura Mansfield, a fake name with a misleading character, officially finds Al-Qaeda before the FBI, NSA, CIA, ISI, MI5, Mossad, Saudi intelligence, or the Department of Defense. Then she posts the material to her own website and sells it to the media.
If there is a stereotype of your average terror analyst, she doesn't fit it.
I'm just, this mom sitting here in her dining room, typing away on my computer.
Laura Mansfield is a South Carolina mother of 3 and a thorn in Al-Qaeda's side. From home, Mansfield monitors the Arabic language message boards and chat rooms jihadists like to use, and occasionally comes up with a gem, like the most recent Osama bin Laden video, before Al-Qaeda was ready to distribute it.
Okay, that moment when I realized, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here, I'm a fat 50-year-old mom, and I've managed to scoop Al-Qaeda.
For more prayers and praise to Allah, or if you're missing a puppy, go to lauramansfield.com.